Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews. Welcome back to the Friday the 13th reviews. And today we'll be doing a review on Jason X, which came out in 2001, gets a 4.4 on IMDb, rated by James Isaac. Now, this movie, I think, look, this is going to be a complicated review. Because there's going to be points in this review where it's going to seem like I'm ranting, but I'm just going to go say this. I'm probably not ranting. Because, I don't know. I used to do rants in this movie all the time. You guys know me. I did like 3 reviews in the past on this movie. 2 of them are gone. 1 of them is still up. I have said in streams I hate this movie. But about a year ago, I had seen a review on this. Not a review. I had seen the film. Seen the review. I seen the movie once again, like a year ago, and for some reason I didn't hate the movie. And now that I think about it, if I really sit down, first of all, I'm not going to sit here and say this is a great movie. This isn't even a good movie. This is like a barely watchable movie that I can't utterly hate, but there are things in this movie that I do not like. And it's like a fan least favorite. A lot of people don't like this movie. I can't defend this movie. I will not defend this movie because it's just not really worth defending. The movie pretty much starts out, you have Jason being held in this facility, and they've tried everything. They've tried firing squad, they've tried hanging him, they've tried drowning, they've tried everything to kill Jason, but he never dies. So they say that he has like regenerating abilities in this movie, and you have David Cronenberg in this movie in the beginning as a cameo. He's gonna move Jason to this other facility, and this girl's like, "Why would you do that? You know, Jason's obviously gonna escape." So, as they move him, the logical thing happens. Jason escapes and starts killing people. He don't really have the best kills. The girl locks him into this freezer, this like cryogenic freezer thing. Jason stabs through it and stabs her, and pretty much causes the room to leak this cryogenic stuff into the room. So she's laying in the corner, dying. She freezes. Jason freezes. It's years later, 2455. Earth is now uninhabitable. These scientists go there. They find this girl and Jason, take on the ship. She thaws out. Jason thaws out. Jason begins killing people on the ship. It's pretty much Jason in outer space. I don't like that idea. I'm not a fan of that idea of Jason in space. I think pretty much every in space movie sucks. Like for me, Leprechaun in Space is awful. This is not awful, but it's not great. It's not even that good of a movie, to be honest. Hellraiser 4 Bloodline, I think is decent, but I'm not a fan of that outer space stuff. Just do not put these movies in outer space. These people, like Jason, Leprechaun, Hellraiser, do not need to be in outer space. They do not fit that atmosphere. And the kills, there really aren't anything too special as far as kills go. Most of them involve bad CGI enhancements. The atmosphere of this movie is really awful. It looks like it's on a set somewhere. Like, legit, looks... Not one set in this movie on the spaceship looks legit. They all look like cheap sets somewhere. So that was bad. I don't know, the fact that we don't get Uber Jason to like the last 10 minutes of the movie is pretty bullshit, if you ask me. I hate the score. I know it was done by Harry Manfredini, but to me this is probably one of the weakest scores, if not the weakest score, because this score is just awful. They try giving it this sci-fi sound, which sounds off, like just horrible. Sounds horrible. These characters all suck. There's not one good character in this movie. They all suck. They're all annoying. They're all typical, and they all have nothing to offer. Even the lead sucks. So everybody in this movie sucks except for Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder, once again, is one of the best things about this movie. I think he's one of the things that actually saves this movie is Kane Hodder, because I thought him. I also don't mind the look of Jason. I think it's a pretty cool design. I love the way the hockey mask looks, because it's never been done since or before. I just love the way the hockey mask looks. I don't know, man. I'm just not a. I'm not a huge fan of this one. This one to me is at best on a night where you don't want to turn your brain on. You just want to sit down, have some popcorn, and just have a time waster. This is that movie, but at the same time, there's a lot of things in this movie that I'm not a fan of. But to get into the good things, I like some comedy elements to this movie. I really do. This character, he, pushes Jason, and Jason falls and cuts his arm off. And he's like, the girl goes, "Oh no, you're gonna be fine." He's like, "Fine, I'm missing my arm." And then when she hands him his arm, because she puts this thing on his arm to where it won't bleed anymore, and she hands him his severed arm, he's like, "Oh, hi, hand." So that was a pretty cool, funny scene. The simulation scene was pretty cool, where they're in this VR game and they're shooting these aliens, which look really bad in CGI. And they say, "Pause play." I said, "Pause play. I think we need to reboot." And Jason cuts this guy's head off. "Alright, screw this. Game over." And the comedy I thought was actually really good in this movie. Drop the kid now. I like that scene. It's just there's some really funny things. It's okay. He just wanted his machete back. I think there's some good comedy. I think there is some fun stuff in the movie. Like the Jason, when he goes into Crystal Lake, this simulation of Crystal Lake, I thought that looked good. Like the way that it was shot looked like legit Crystal Lake. That day atmosphere, which was been missing for years. It's pretty sad how we have part 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and they're all full-length films in Crystal Lake, at least for the most part. Well, I can't really say for part 8 and 9, but still, you have Crystal Lake in those movies, and they don't look anything like the actual Crystal Lake. Like, they don't look how the older movies look, with the good atmosphere. This actually has a 5-minute simulation scene, which has a good atmosphere. That scene is hilarious. "You want some beer? You want to smoke some pot? We love premarital sex." And Jason, of course, takes the sleeping bags and is hitting them on each other and smacks the tree. That was hilarious. This guy has his android girlfriend trying to put nipples on her boobs, and the nipples fall off. So I can say some of the best things about this movie is, I think Kane Hodder is great. I think his look is awesome. I think the comedy is pretty good. I think it's a fast-paced movie. I like the look of Uber Jason. I love the idea of Uber Jason. I like the idea of these nanobots, nanobot technology, where they fix people's arms, and they fix Jason's, they fix this girl's stab wound, and they make him Uber Jason. I like that idea of the nanobots. It's a pretty cool idea. I like certain members of the cast. I know I said they were all bad, but honestly, if I think about it, I think that Peter Mensah as Sergeant Brodsky is a good character. He's probably the only character I actually really cared about in this movie was Sergeant Brodsky. I don't know. The movie, I'm probably not going to spend much more time on it. I know it was in development hell, because it was supposed to be made in the late 90s. It was made in the late 90s, or I think it was production started, I think, in 97. And it was supposed to be out by 99, but didn't come out till 2001. So it was in production hell for a while. And it's also this thing where it's why would you make Jason X? Why would you not make Freddy vs. Jason, then Jason X? Because this takes place after Freddy vs. Jason. It has to. Somehow, some way, it has to. And then Freddy vs. Jason is technically speaking a prequel to this. So I'm why would they make Jason X first and not make Freddy vs. Jason? It was 2 years before. I think 2 years earlier there shouldn't have been too many problems making Freddy vs. Jason. This DVD has a great documentary called The Many Faces of Jason Voorhees. That's actually a really, really, really good documentary about the history of the Jason movies. Goes through every single movie. It's just one of my favorite documentaries of all time. I really can't think of much else to say. I mean, there's some... It is a dumb slasher movie in outer space. And I think it's an okay movie, but not even okay. It's a meh movie. Meh. That's why I'm not going to spend too much time, because obviously this review has been awful because I do not know what to say about this movie. It's not horrible. It's not great. It's just a meh movie. If you like it, that's fine. To me, it's just a meh movie. But, yeah, Jason X, I think, is meh. Anyways, that's pretty much my quick review on Jason X. I don't got much else to say about it. It's got some bad stuff, some alright stuff. It's complicated with me. This movie is complicated with me. It's an movie. But anyways, guys, that's my quick review on Jason X. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys later on my review of Freddy vs. Jason. See you guys later. The Explorer 4 is out. Bye, guys.